as a young child growing up, my parents would dress me up, we are going out. I'll say I don't want to go, I want to watch movie. I want to watch TV. I always love music videos. So that in me, I already knew I had a passion for video. So I said, yes, video. Let me come into video editing. So I decided, okay, video editing will make something of a good sense for me. So I decided, okay, yes, let me go online, search for any information I can get about videos. That was when I heard about Pxlart Digital. They were into introducing Final Cut. That was the first time I heard about Final Cut Pro in Nigeria. I never seen any place where they do that. So I said, okay, this is good. This is the standard. Let me go into it deeply. That was how I started.
Most of the things I see on TVs, their visuals and all that, it was a kind of like a magic to me. So I was like, how do these people achieve this thing like this? I would have loved to do it. But basically, I will tell you the truth, I was like, time won't allow me to do that. I was like, maybe it's like 5 to 6 or 7 years course and all of that. So I was asking myself, when will I have that time of doing that? So I met a friend, I was like asking him that there is something like this that I wanted to do. How would I do it? He said the only thing and the only place that I can achieve this is except I go to the National Film Institute, which is at Jos. I was like, oh, I can't do that. I can't risk that to go to Jos and stay there for over 6 to 7 years.
Before now, I used to think video editors and those in movie production are magicians and miracle workers. That when Mr. Peter taught me about keyframing and green screen, that was when I knew that most movies we watch are actually acted in studios, and they just keyframe and clear the green screen. Then we are watching an example like 300 was actually shot in a studio. So that has really helped me, and I know what to do. Like, it taught me many things, but when you're faced with a challenge, when you're working on your own, then you have to use your own creativity.
When I see movies, I tend to ask, how was this done? When I see some scripts, I'm like, man, who made this guy? What made the script writer? What's in his head? Why was he thinking about this? And like I believe strongly, everything in the world is driven by stories. The Bible is full of stories. The Quran also, boardrooms, sales pitch, everything is about stories. But how well do you tell those stories? And I think that's where the video editor comes in. That's where the director comes in. They help sell the story. They give the story the feel the audience, the cinematic experience the audience should have. And I think that's what really made them.
Right now, what I can do is I edit videos for events. I can turn a boring story into something more interesting. If I just look at it, I know how to work with your basic tools, transitions, video effects, motion graphics, and all that. It's not about just combining it together. It's like when you're cooking something, you have to put the ingredients together and mix it up, and you come out with something super and sweet. So,
though initially I was looking at the cost price of it, I was thinking maybe it's something of 200 to 300,000. So when I saw the fee, I shouted, wow. I said, oh, this one is somehow excellent for me. Let me just pick this opportunity. So I was telling a friend, I said, look, this is what I found. He said, all these nets, something, all these, what are they calling it? Sites, something. Maybe they are just kind of trickish and finding a way to eat your money. I said, no, let me call the guy. He said he was working with Silver, stuff like that. And I said, okay. I gave him a call. He said, yes. He was even assuring me that in 3 weeks' time. I said, no, but he wrote 5 weeks. He said, no, it all depends on me. I said, okay, I'll come and see you one-on-one. I met with him, and along the line, I picked up the interest. I was like still telling myself, that time is too short. I can't do it within 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But where am I today? I can be very proud of it that I will tell you I can do that within 3 weeks.
Well, the first thing I'll say that changes in my students that I've seen is confidence, the level of confidence that they exhibit. I can say of a few of them, Lawal, for example. I can say of Sonny. I can actually even say of Fola. These three, I can say, are really very good success stories, because I know when Lawal came to me, first of all, and he was pretty much timid. He couldn't, grasp very well the idea of actually doing video editing or doing motion graphics in a particular way. I was actually battling with, okay, what do I work on first? Do I work on the training or do I work on him himself? But as time went on, I discovered that it wasn't just a matter of him not knowing it or the mastery of the software itself. It was more on he himself being confident enough to do what he said, he has set out to do. And he was dogged with this. He kept at it, he kept coming, and we went on well.
I discovered that having a skill is a very big edge. It's not about just having a degree or having a certificate in something. You have to be skillful, you have to be knowledgeable. It's something you learn, and when you learn from professionals, it really helps. It gives you that extra edge because you are learning a skill, you grow into it, so you really become somebody different because you are now someone with a certain set of skills. You can do something, and because you've been maybe through the educational system, you've gone through basic education and all that, you also have that background that makes you think differently. You're thinking about how can I impact my society, how can I do something for myself and have a sense of fulfillment. So definitely you become a different person, that's just the truth. Then secondly, the way you think changes. You look at things from a different perspective. You're thinking about how can I do something different, how can I change, because that's what education gives to you. It makes you think about how you can do something in a different way.
Actually, most of us, we believe that most of these things that we see on screens, we just believe that it's the foreigners, which is the white men are just doing it. But I never knew a Nigerian guy of our own age would be able to do such thing and doing it very, very brilliant. So I was like, I really find the right person for me to meet, and sincerely speaking, he's really giving me the training, which I am well pleased.
Getting a video editor could be very expensive. Really, it could be. I wanted to do a short sketch one time, and I was thinking of getting someone to edit the video for me, and the amount the person called was way more than the amount I even paid to learn video editing in the long run. And I've done the sketch. I did the sketch myself. I edited it myself. So that's it. The fact that a professional video editor out there will charge you $1 bazillion to edit your video, and the fact that we have to learn how to do it ourselves to be able to sell the stories. And even if in future you have to employ a video editor, you know what to do and what not to do. You know when to maybe drop the opacity, when not to drop the opacity, what kind of transition would work best with the story. You know what how do you want to keyframe the letter towards, how do you want to bring in the subtitle, what's going to work with this, what color correction, what feel should we give this video, and that's it. Every story has a different experience that follows it.
There are many ways of cutting a video. There are many ways of editing a video and adding your motion, your graphics, and your visual effects. Just as there are many ways of preparing your meal, preparing your food, and all that. And everything leads to one process, a final result. By the time you're done rendering, it all leads to you, the customer or the client, enjoying what you've made. The client might request for something so simple, and then you give him something wonderful, and the client might be happy or might not be happy with what you've done. But what really matters is how well you're able to present it to these clients, the process with which you can do this thing and then make it so either so simple or so extravagant or so visually stunning that the client would really pay top dollar for the job.
When I first of all met Peter, he was like telling me that is a Final Cut platform, that this and that. So I now asked him, how much am I going to get a laptop? He called the price for me about 200 and something thousand. I was like, so I said, no, I don't have that money. Why can I go on this? I said, no. The thing took me another 1 year. But still yet, my mind was still with him. I said, no, let me just go there and achieve this training from him, because I know God has already pointed him out for me. So I was like, I must keep that money, and I got the money. At the end of the day, I came to Pxlart Academy, and I will tell you that is one of my greatest joy that I've achieved so far in life.
I can't be intimidated by any video editor. And back in the days, probably in the circle of filmmakers, you won't even talk. You hear them talking, you hear them using terms, and you're like, these guys could be speaking Chinese for all you know. But seriously, right now, I can relate with them. I get to bump into video editors, I get to bump into professional videographers, and when we talk, the first question is, where did you learn from? And in fact, most times when they get to know the kind of softwares you use and the kind of equipment you use, and they would swear you learned abroad. They won't even think you learned anything in the country. And again, that professionalism, I've been able to do a documentary, I've been able to do some professional works out there. And most people think I learned filmmaking somewhere else. Nobody would know I learned it with Peter. He's a very great guy. He's a professional, seriously. And to think that softwares that looked intimidating initially don't look intimidating any longer. You could it's just like 2 + 2 will give you 4. You could just tweak this and put this together and you just get what you want anytime. And you know, that's I don't know. That's rewarding. That's rewarding. It just means I can do anything. I can decide tomorrow to fly a jet if I want to.
I would not like a place whereby I would take my work to maybe any studio and they will be telling me that, you know, job is much on my hand, I can't do this and I can't do that. I will tell you I can do it myself. Even if I'm busy, I can tell you I can do it, or come to my house because I have I have the equipment at hand that we can still use in doing it. Okay, why not do this and do this? I will tell you where to cut and where to add and so I can tell you many things about. You will not see me as a novice again, even if I come to your own studio to come and do such thing.
You start now, you know where you'll be tomorrow. I know where I am now. I know where I would have been if I had started much, much earlier. But right now I know where I am and I know where I'm going to be tomorrow. So you have to start something. You have to do something. You have to make up your mind to decide, yes, I want to do this. If you have a passion for this, you don't just keep dreaming about it. You follow your passion and you keep pushing it, keep going to it, keep trying to do something to get you to where you want to go. Don't just sit down and dream. You have to live your dream.
Wasn't it Abraham Lincoln who said, if I have 10 hours to cut down a tree, I'll spend 8 hours sharpening my axe? And I think that's what filmmaking is all about. You spend the bulk of time alone in the room, learning how best to keyframe, learning how best to do stuff. And when you get out there in the field, everybody looks at you like, this guy is doing it gracefully. Where is it coming from? That's just what it is. First, stand up and do it now. Then secondly, you just have to work hard. There's no shortcut to it.
If you have something, a passion for this, please go for it. Don't waste time. Don't think about the money or don't look at the challenges. Just decide, I want to do this and go for it.
When we have a video editor who can come out of Pxlart Academy, being trained, and in a special way, in a different way, using a different software, which is Final Cut Pro, which really is the industry standard, and then being taught how to also do motion graphics and broadcast design for TV ads, and then do stuff that is similar to DSTV, similar to CNN, Fox, and the likes. Then, yes, I can say that every student out there, and even those who are not unemployed, and even if you're not a student, just come here, get a skill, get out there, and create value for yourself.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Dreams is just a mental picture of our future. So you can't just give up like that. You just need to push on until you get to that your dream. And that is where I am going to.